everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaden Thomas and I am a young adult fantasy writer. I'm currently working on my debut novel, Sparks Fly, that I'm in the process of editing. So today I want to talk about NaNoWriMo and why I'm failing NaNoWriMo this month. So last year I won NaNoWriMo and I actually did it in 2 weeks. I've never heard of NaNoWriMo before last year, and when I did, it was like 2 weeks into November. Saw everybody posting about it on Twitter, and I looked it up, saw what it was about, and was like, yeah, I want to do this. This looks fun. So I did that and wrote 50,000 words in 2 weeks. And it was terrible, but I did it. And I won NaNoWriMo, which is why I have this shirt right here, because I was excited about that. This year, I thought it would have been way easier, being that I had a whole month to do this. So, I planned on just killing this year, writing everything, writing all 50,000 words, and be done with NaNoWriMo probably in 2 weeks or less, because I'm that good. No, I'm not. But I also planned on editing and working on editing my debut book, Sparks Fly, during this process. So I thought I would just do my minimum word counts every day, and then for the rest of the day I would have my editing done as much as I want to. It sounded reasonable. However, that did not work out at all. Pretty much because, one, I didn't do an outline at all for NaNoWriMo, which I usually don't do outlines. I usually just start writing. I'm a penster. Just like to write and get everything down as they flow. However, usually during my regular writing process, I would stop, think about what I'm writing, imagine it, act it out, no random stuff. And during NaNoWriMo, especially when you have other things to do, like edit and a full-time job, then you probably don't want to spend a lot of time doing all that extra stuff just because. So I think this year, not having an outline probably did a little bit of damage to my NaNoWriMo writing process, because I did not know what was going to happen in my book, and I didn't have the time to figure it out on the way, being that I have so much other things to do. So I eventually fell behind. The other reason I fell behind on NaNoWriMo is because I'm editing. So I wanted the most of my time to be spent on that. So I thought that, doing 1,667 words would have been easy just like that in an hour or two. And then all the rest of my free time would be spent on editing. But when that didn't happen, I just started focusing on editing, because that is my main priority this month and for the upcoming months. Just to focus on editing and having my book ready to be published and having it, be the best it could possibly be. And so that's the second reason. The third reason, and I only have 3 reasons. The third reason is that I have a full-time job, and not just any full-time job. I work in retail, and as everybody knows, November is probably the busiest, other than December, busiest time of year for retail, because that's when you have Black Friday and all that fun stuff. So we start planning for Black Friday, and we work late hours probably throughout the month of November, and getting closer to the end of November doesn't get any easier, because we tend to work a lot of long hours from probably early afternoons to straight into the night. Black Friday, Thanksgiving, we're working very long hours. Black Friday will be there 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, however long it takes to close the store. So pretty much from the second week of November onward, it's gonna just be crazy days for me in retail, and little to no time to write, because I come home so late at night, and all I want to do when I come home is just to go to bed and sleep, because I'm already falling asleep on my way home. and I usually try to do a little bit of editing before work, that way I'm not totally behind on my editing. So because of those reasons, working a full-time job in retail, editing, and just not having an outline to help guide me along the way, all those things push me back in NaNoWriMo. So now I'm like too far behind to come back at all. And I've decided, well, a couple days ago, I've decided to not even try to get to that 50,000 words. I'm still going to be writing, but I'm going to write at my own pace. I'm going to, write and do my draft the way I usually do it, which is just slow and thinking about every step of the way, how I'll be writing and what I'll be writing on the page, without just just typing away and not thinking about what you're writing. That's how I like to do my first drafts. Just like as I write and as my characters make decisions, I'm thinking it through and thinking about the next possible action, next possible outcome. Make sure it's consistent on the way. Throughout the chapter as I write, and then I'm focusing on my editing and so on, which is again the main priority. I just printed out proof copies of my debut novel, and I'm going to give those out to my friends and family and beta readers to read and give me feedback. And I'm still doing other editing because I want to be done with all of this by January, which is when I will send my manuscript to a copy editor to have this further edited and have this clean up a little bit more to get it ready for publishing. So I want to spend all this time going through my manuscript over and over and over again, just to make sure it is as perfect as it could possibly be, and it can spot all like the errors and everything that's in it before it gets to the copy editor, because I want her to focus on like the deep things, the things that I would probably never ever notice at all. So it's pretty much what I'm doing right now and why I am failing at NaNoWriMo this year. But if you guys are still writing, even if you're a little bit behind and you really want to hit that 50,000 word mark, then go ahead and do it. Just keep pushing, don't stop. For me, it wasn't a main priority. There's something that I wanted to accomplish this year because I wanted to be a part of NaNoWriMo every year, going forward. But it's not going to be possible for me because I do need to finish editing my first book. But you just go ahead, do it, don't stop, just keep on writing. And even if you don't finish on November 30th, you finish in December or January, you will still end up with a book. And that's something you could work with and edit and possibly turn into something good. So my message is just to not stop. Even if you're behind, just keep going. At the end of the day, you'll have something that you can work with. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.